So we've got a fuel tank sitting over there, guys. So that fuel tank, 650 litre alloy fuel tank, we've just primed it up. We want to try and protect it as much as we possibly can against all of the elements. Hey. Yeah, righto. So fuel tank, here we go. Just keep going. Up. 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 Whoa. Righto, down you go.
Right?
Yep. Beautiful fit. Righto. Just drop him down. Down, down, down. Righto. Park him up, mate. Okay, so the fuel tank's in. A little bit of a gap around the edges. We wanted that. And enough room on top so that we can basically seal that up. Fuel filler in over there. We've got 2 air vents as well as 2 fuel supply pipes that we'll sort out later. They actually come through this bulkhead here. So we're going to go and get some fittings and everything for that and get that sorted out. And then, yeah, we're getting closer and closer, which is cool. Cool, cool. Alright, so we're starting to get the Flybridge ready. Dan's doing some heat shrink work to some crimps that we've got. For our power connections and everything else, you can see it's a fair bit of dirt and everything. I can't avoid that, there's nothing I can do about that. That's just the way it goes, isn't it, mate? I put a cover over here. What we've got is underneath this we've got some controls, LCD displays and everything else, and I want to cover them up, just cover them and protect them from the sun a little bit, because anybody that's seen an LCD display go off or go black because of sunburn, and hey, you know what I'm talking about. We got the controllers up here, so it was a set of used engines that I bought, so we've got a controller sitting there, and we're starting to set it all up for our big fishing trips, guys. So you can see I've got the Garmin, so that's an 8412 under the cover there. We've got that protected up. Dan's pulling the cover on, there we go, so it's under there, sort of in a good position for me to be able to control it all, I hope. And we're getting there, we're slowly getting there. I got Dan doing this because I don't want to crawl in underneath this bloody thing. We've set up some switches. So this black material that I've installed around here, I've got to clean all that up when we've finished all that off. But essentially what that is that's that starboard. I've shown you once before what that looks like, but I'll show you again. It's a really handy product. You can cut it up and use it to cover up all the holes. So you'll see another hole there underneath there. That's where the old throttle control used to be for the diesel engine, so I'll have to cover that up with the same sort of product. The only thing I found a bit odd about the starboard is you can't glue it, so we've had to screw it everywhere, but it's come up all right. We've got to clean it right up because it looks absolutely filthy at the moment, but here's what it is, it's coming up all right. We'll get there. So basically all of the cabling, all the wiring, well most of it is all tin copper. I couldn't get some of the larger diameter stuff in the tin copper, I could only find copper. We're going to replace that later on. I'll show you how to do that as well, because what we're going to do is we're going to use a snake to pull the different cables through. But everything up here on the Flybridge, tinned copper, so all good. Alright, so we've got the old Sav winch set up here as well, guys. We've got to get a couple more bolts in there. So I went to the drum winch just before the boat broke down, and we're just going to finish that off. Got a couple of bolts in the front here that we've got to get through. Down in here, they didn't line up very well. That should be pretty easy, really, nice and easy to do. That won't take long at all. We'll get that sorted out, then we'll continue on from there, I guess.